shine, and ain't nobody gonna take my throne. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Look at you go. Okay, you better. Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you better.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the New England Patriots. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. Stafford on first down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
250. 22.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Hey, go here.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now the longtime Patriot. It's LeGarrette Blount. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 7. And now running right through it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Patriots take over. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Go.
Now Brady throwing on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Pats have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Gostkowski with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Blunt. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set. 180.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Dorsett on the return. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at about the 32. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. On play action, it's Brady. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep for the Lions, it's Golden Tate. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Duke Dawson, first of his career. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And, look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michelle. Oh, nice. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point try for Gronkowski. Extra point good by Gronkowski. And it's now 21-0. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Here we go.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Stafford on 3rd down. And yes, he found Toilolo. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Hey, 51 is down. count.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Back 53.
Check, Mike 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
We're rolling. Set. Lady. 21.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Set. Lady. Double right.
From the gun, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run with Michelle, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Brady. He's going to look deep for Edelman. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him a gain of 38. On first down, Brady. Open man left side is Gronkowski. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check. Lucky. Go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Brady going to go on fourth down. He hits White, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Orange!
Go.
Brady to throw on second down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Brady throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Orange!
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Go. 54. Go. 72.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? A give. This is Michelle. Oh, a heck of... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Now they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gostkowski the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now this time, Brady will throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They start on the ground here with Blount. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Give me radar.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, take two. Two of those three. Two. Set. Get on the high.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Radar. Hey, go here. Hey, tag 50 left.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Here's Dorsett. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. New England on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Brady finding Hogan on third down, and the Patriots able to convert. Brady now on first down. They'll check this one down to Michel. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a carry for White. Gets around it. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Hey. You got 3. You got 20. Wide 20. Keep your boys.
This is Jeremy Hill, the former Bengal, his first carry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They run. It's Hill. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Over the middle, Dorsett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's White, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. And Brady will sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So they try to just keep it with Brady, his specialty, but not there.
Are you sure the backup wasn't in the game running that quarterback sneak?
That was Tom Brady.
What was the last time we did a game and Tom Brady ran a quarterback sneak and didn't pick up the yardage he needed?
I think when he was in Michigan.
I mean, it's been a long time. Excellent job by the defense shutting him down.
Stafford on first down. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
4 down.
Set. Lady.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. We got one.
Zebra. Zebra.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
White.
Coming to you. Coming.
Hey, go here.
To throw again. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Hightower leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
4 down. 4 down.
Zebra. Set. Lady.
Now Stafford. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Here we go. Set. 250.
Here's Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Blunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
All right, boys, here we go.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Again, here's Blunt. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a carry for Blunt. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
We're rolling. You ready? Lady. I need it. It's big time right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's He's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford. Buying time to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw, it's Brady. Throw out right, take it in by Patterson. And I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And bulldozing his way through. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
11. Set. 80. 21.
Here we go, G.
Throwing again. Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Brady going to throw here. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 45 yards.
It's bad enough watching all the highlight reels, watching guys in warm-ups, going up and making these incredible one-handed acrobatic catches. But when it happens right in front of you, when you're defending him, that just makes your day that much longer, and you just wonder, how are we ever going to cover these guys?
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll run again with Blunt. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On the toss, this is Blunt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I sound them.
But I just can't lose my style.
Okay, I'm back to school, you. This is open campus. This is, I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her motto, she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin, I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Benzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she call me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation, Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson. Bodily, was underground. Frontin' like a ride with the mob. Why shouldn't I charge me, myself, and I? Play the odds, a yes man, it's just a bobblehead doll. Holler them all. Strutting like Pac out the court, hop out the Porsche. Shake that, got that on menu, the a la carte. Boy, I had to make my point about this wave. Watch for the sharks bounce. I gave it up and talking Cuban links. Tell her ain't no weak link in my Cuban link. Only like my age. We was gangin' since the platinum FUBU days. I got dreams of being Hova out your movie, yay. Listen, babe, so good you'll think I'm cool with yay. Okay, my diamonds dancing, I could Lisa Ray. Life is hard, but it's easy being truthful, baby. For real, overload. This is like I got like my pinky. Money, baby, we don't, baby, it ain't ours.